How are you doing? Thanks for joining me. Things to do today. Debunk a friend of mine. We've been having this little argument about satellites. So I was telling him that there are no satellites. So what I did was I Googled satellite images on Google, and this is what I come up with. If you first page of Google images, these are all cartoons, CGIs, drawings, paintings. Those are not real. This is a painting. This is not a shot from outer space. Look at this. You get images, fake, CGI. These are all CGI'd images. You know what I mean? There's not one real image among this. So, you know, me and my friend were arguing about this point. Now this is what they tell us from Google Earth, what the satellites are supposed to look like from space. Look, it's a bunch of cartoons. This is not real. That Earth is a drawing. It's a CGI. It's computer animation. And this is what it looks like from far away. And see the rotation of the Earth? It's the satellite's supposed to spin with the Earth, right? There you go. And I believe the International Space Station is supposed to spin with the Earth, isn't it? Well, let's move on to this this video here I found on YouTube, and he says this is the clearest video he's in space he's ever seen. There's not a real image here. This is done in a studio. This is stuff you would see in a movie, because movies have done this. Look at this. This is green screened. This is set up in a studio, green screen background and a fake image of the Earth. This is not real. It's all CGI. You know what I mean? See? Now, you're telling me this is real? If this is real, show me the satellites. Do you see any satellites? I see a lot of lights, but those are not satellites, and those are CGI anyway. So moving on to the next clip, which I found. How do satellites work if we don't have satellites? Well, they use ground-based antennas. Ground-based antennas connected to cables. So the signal is sent here, and for satellite TV, same principle. The signal is sent to the satellite tower, and then runs through cable. And GPS, same way. So here we go. This is them putting the satellite cable wire under the sea, and then it goes from country to country, connected through the towers, and it goes to the nearest base station. Same thing with the cell phone. And there's boosters sent where there's where it's a bad location, bad area. And same thing with satellite cell phones. Same idea. It's all done through towers, triangulate your position, and then they have underground cables to connect from the towers, connected through underground cables. Now, I found this other YouTube video here showing apparently real life footage from space, and it shows the UFO leaving space. So give me a break. I mean, those are air bubbles because it's probably done in an underwater tank. This is probably footage from astronauts but this is not real. And anyway, my point is, where's the satellite? Where's the satellites? Where's the satellites? See, that's what we're looking for here, satellite. Remember, they're supposed to look like this. It's supposed to look like this. Like lice. Layers and layers of lice. You know? But when we go to this shot, we don't see that. See, we don't see that. We see a clear, that's the one in the background. That's this. I'm going to close this now. We don't see any satellites. See, no satellite, no satellite. So let's close that one now and go to the next clip. And here we're going to have, there's going to be a scientist here, Dr. Lawrence Cohen, U.S. Intelligence, explaining to you how hot it is in the thermosphere.
Probably is not cognizant of that fact, but the faster you go, the hotter things get.
The faster you go, the hotter things get.
Was never really solved.
Sealants for the fuel tanks, they never came up with a polymer that would seal the joints in the skin panels that hold the fuel in, so the blackbirds sit on the ground and weep. That seems silly. You can look, oh, these stupid guys back in the 60s didn't know what they were doing. There's still no plastic, you know, that can get to 700F and not turn into...
There you go. There's no plastic. There's no polymer.
International Space Station, can't you get
that will resist the heat of the thermosphere?
Photograph that has all these little dots that should look like lice all around the Earth's outer atmosphere. That's one issue, but also the temperature. They tell us the thermosphere is 2,000 degrees Celsius.
Here, that thermosphere is 2,000 degrees Celsius. They don't have a polymer or a metal that will withstand that. So how can satellites exist in the thermosphere?
Well, what metal is going to be able to withstand that kind of heat? What computer can survive in that environment?
Exactly. What lens, what computer, because there are no satellites. And here's another video of one I saw of Earth at night seen from the space station, which is another hoax. That doesn't exist either. Now, if the space station rotates with the movement of the Earth, then how can we even get this picture? Because it shouldn't be showing us the movement of the Earth, because it should be rotating with the Earth. Now, if it's stationary and the Earth is moving, which I don't think it is the way it's supposed to work. But anyway, if that's still wrong, because there's no satellites in these pictures. This is all CGI. This is done out of a Hollywood movie. This is what they do in Hollywood. So, so my friend was asking me, how do they get the satellite images on Google Maps? Well, here's how. They got blimps. They got blimps, Google blimps. They got hot air balloons. They got Google planes. They got Google drones. There you go, Google planes, Google drones, blimps, hot air balloons, you name it. They got it all. But they don't have satellites. It's a hoax. Have a great day.